Yahoo! Square's here.
Hello. Hello.
And, well, I said I would offer the pen to him. And, he's getting it. He's getting it. I didn't even get a chance to ask him.
That's right.
You're like, oh, you know,
Nobody else wanted it.
You know, it looks pretty cool.
Nobody wanted it.
Crack it open.
I don't know where it is.
It's in it's right here.
I don't know where you put things.
There's one pouch. I always keep the...
Hopefully, the FedEx gets...
Oh, hey. There's my wax that I've been trying to utilize.
Oh, this guy right here. You're talking this guy.
Yep. So, oh, by the way, you know how you have the 2 there? You know what else I brought in?
The 1? Holy moly. We got the whole family. Are we doing like the evolution? I'm gonna break him out.
Oh, if you don't need that container, my mom will take it from you. She uses them for knitting. Actually. Yeah, I personally think that like that's their best design of the 3, personally.
I like this one, but this one is very unique. In the first gen.
Oh, and it probably doesn't feel very aluminum-y because I already had my hands all over it.
Schmooing it.
Yeah. Yeah, see, this one doesn't loosen.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I suppose like the grooving isn't too bad here, right? But I do still prefer like, you know, like this guy.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that one when I saw it.
What about this guy? That's not too bad either, but I do kind of get that weird EDC vibes, you know, from it. Where
Yeah. That's what I said in my video. I was like,
bump, and I was like,
It looks like so many EDC pens, but I think they did a good job with it. Like,
a little scratchy. It's like fucking butter.
It's because you've just been playing with
Yeah, well, this guy. Oh, yeah. The whole family.
Personally, though, I do think this one is my favorite design of all 3. Is this one?
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. Somebody schwacked that real good at some point. I really do think that this is the of the 3. I think that's the in hand. Like, not that I dislike this one. It's just simple. Not that that's bad, but this one you can tell they put like a little bit more. Like, look, it ends where the clip ends.
Yeah.
You know, like they put a little bit more. The thing that I didn't like most about it, and maybe you see it, this angle here on the tip is different than the grip angle, the grip groove angle. It's more shallow. I don't know if you see that.
Right here?
Yeah.
Like the versus like there where they cut in a little more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's why it feels a little odd.
It's just a little bit more rounded, or a little less rounded here. You know, it's a little like more smooth.
Maybe it's just because there's more like uniformity to the pen design, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like this is like you got grooves only on one side. This has only got like knurling on the one side. And this has got it on both. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and then you got this anomaly right here.
That one actually looks good. Apart from like the battle. Well, the battle's not too bad for the battle worn, but like I can see why they would put the grooves in the lower portion of it.
Yeah.
And then that looks good anodized.
I thought, especially with this blue, that they did a great... I mean, it is not showing up on camera right now. I probably need to adjust exposure compensation here. Oh, that's darker. We want lighter.
I feel like...
Oh, here, David, I went a little too light.
Oh, God. I feel like the grooves they're more prominent on, or at least you can tell that they're more prominent, or they feel more groovy on the raw guy versus the...
Well, yeah, that's because in order to make it battle worn, they tumbled the living shit out of it.
I mean, don't they also have to like coat it a little bit?
Well, yeah, it's anodized, so that's going to eat away and fill up the groove a little bit. Yeah. But then even, remember with the battle worn though, they tumble it after they anodize it to get it all beat up like that. I still don't... Okay, it looks fine, guys. Also, what it did allow them to do is apparently their anodizers have trouble doing this blue. So they were able to choose a color that they knew might not turn out the best because they were going to tumble the shit out of it anyway. And I think color-wise, it turned out like really freaking nice. Now, one thing I will note that it's been bugging me all day is if you play with it like this, look at that cut I got on that tip though. It's got a Muji refill in there. Nice. But what ends up happening is the knob, or the bolt knob, gets loose. And I've had to retighten it like 5 times today. Now, I was trying to fix this, and this is on a recommendation from Squares here, was use some of this wax, this orthodontist dental wax. And I tried it about twice. I might try again with a bigger goop.
I had some of that when I had braces years
Yeah.
ago, and yeah.
So that one's the one I used to fix the, what was that? Wasn't it
Everyone that kept
the
unscrewing.
the smooth operator? Yeah, the smooth operator Gen 2 that kept unscrewing. That fixed it. That fixed that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I just need to put a bigger gob of schmoo.
You just gotta kind of like take the bolt, and that's what I do with mine, and then just scrape a little bit off, scrape a little bit off.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did. But
you thread it back in so you don't strip it.
I really like the third one. To be truthful, if you're like first or third, I'd take third all day.
It feels like grippy.
Yeah.
Even like this one feels nice because of the ribbing, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like I got a more consistent like
grip.
I don't know. It's kind of like my my Moto.
Yeah.
The raw aluminum, for some reason, it just gets real grippy once you get your grease.
Yeah, what I was comparing to though is on my first one. Do you see how tarnished my first one has gotten because it is just the raw aluminum? Like you can see it's getting that like oxidation on it.
Yeah, weird that they got like it's like grooves in between there almost.
Yep, we went over that, and they actually commented on my first video on that about why that is. And it's easier, basically, for them to make this less smooth. They can take bigger chunks out of it, which means they can use a less precise tool, which means there's less tool wear.
It almost looks like there's like a flannel pattern in there, somewhat, honestly.
The only reason why you don't notice it here is because they covered it up with grooves on your number 2. This number 3, I can tell you, compared to the one, they spent way more time milling this than they did the... by the way, this white, never use a white desk for backing. Because in order to get this blue the right color, we have to make the silver like...
blow everything out.
Yeah. But if you look, the notchiness of the one, right? And I wouldn't call it, like, it's sort of like stepping, basically. They're taking larger chunks out because of the size of tool, and because they can use a bigger, more robust tool, it'll last more cycles. Whereas apparently the modal is so complex that they're like, yeah, we had custom tooling made to do it, and we can only do like, say, 100 modals with that tool, and then we have to replace it. So in each modal, they have to account for the cost,
Explain why they
like 1/100th of a tool, basically.
Well, that would explain why they cost more.
Yeah. And also, if they go with just straight aluminum, like raw aluminum like that, I think they don't have to use carbide necessarily or something. Like, they can use, like, a cheaper, like, tool in general.
Carbide or whatever the hell they use.
But yeah, that's why you see the stepping is because they didn't, normally they would have done this, and they would have gone back in with a more precise tooling.
So how do they smooth it out then without...
tumbling the shit out of it?
Oh, okay, I see.
Well, it's not that this isn't smooth, but it's only smooth. Well, it's only...
You don't notice, like, sharp edges.
Yeah, because if you notice, though, there's stepping on the internal of that, too, because see how it goes step, flat, step? Whereas if you look at a modal, that would have been a nice swoop, the whole... Like, look at your dragon skin modal. It's a nice, smooth swoop. Basically, they would just go in with another tool after that and then clean it up even further, and then they tumble it even more to get it even more smoother.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I kind of went over that in the last video, and they commented on there where like most of what I said was correct. Some of it was incorrect, as in like I was like, oh, they say it's a G2 spring, but it's not a G2 spring. They're like, oh no, it's not a G2 spring. They get them custom made and stuff like that. They made some other comments and like, hey, you're correct in this, but it's actually done slightly differently in this way. But I was mostly on, I would say, in my basic 1 video. Basic 2, I knew Squares would like it here. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, I knew you liked that. Yeah. That just like, it's a stick that's got some bumps on it.
I like the grooved ends.
Or some grooves on it.
Yeah.
You know, I think design-wise, and you can tell, like, you can see that that's a much smoother tip. You can see that they, like, do you see how these grooves are deeper than those grooves? Yeah. You see how it's thicker here and thinner there? Like, there's actually a lot of variance in this, because compared to this is just this thickness grooved down to that with stepped grooving. Like, it's a very simple process. I can almost guarantee you that the basic 3 costs a heck of a lot more to make than either of those two, because that one's pretty simple too. It's just like make it that shape and cut some grooves in it.
I think yours is the thinnest. The grooved one. This guy the thinnest of all of them. It's not too bad. Maybe it's just because
I think they took out a lot for those.
Yeah. This one feels like a chonker.
Yeah.
You go like that. And this one's pretty big too, but still feels, I think, a little thinner than the rest of them.
But yeah, so there is the whole line. We'll take a picture of them lined up for the thumbnail there. But the family, yeah, they're already talking about doing the basic 4, 5, and 6. They just don't know if they're going to do a subscription for it.
Okay.
They're debating if they can support another subscription or not. Originally, the exclusive version, which I accidentally was calling the executive version, apparently it was supposed to be a basic 1.
Okay.
But all the viewers out there and the buyers of Keras bought so many basic 1s, they didn't have any blanks left in order to do the anodized one.
Nobody likes the basic 2?
Well, no, because they had to have lead time to get it anodized.
I guess.
So they were supposed to have, like, enough of those left, but they're like, we didn't. So then with how well it sold, we made more basic 2s, so we had basic 2s to, you know. And I'm guessing because these two had to ship together, they would have not had enough lead time. Now, if they would have sold out of basic 2s, obviously they would have had to make basic 3s and then anodize those. But you probably couldn't have had them shipped together because I didn't know these were coming together. Apparently, it was like that from the beginning. That like in your basic 3 shipment, you would get your exclusive like they just ship them together. So I think this blue really like it's a really nice freaking blue. If you're one of like the people in the comments that like they gave you all these options of finish and you're like, yeah, beat the living shit out of it, please let me know because
my bolt beat through the battle worn one we got.
Yeah, but see,
most used pens.
Yeah, but like you bought it cheaper later.
I couldn't even
because it was like B stock
down all the way.
Yeah,
the refill would extend out the end.
Well, now you know you can just karate chop it.
Well, this is like the G2 refill.
Yeah, karate chop it.
I just took the black cap off the end.
Yeah, it's basically karate chopping it.
Yeah, more or less.
Or you went
spaced it enough, and then I could
boop,
crank it down, and I wouldn't write all over my pocket, basically.
Yeah, so if you guys are wondering, that is exactly what happens normally with the battle worn. Normally you get a battle worn grab bag, you get no choice over the color, and you just get random colors, and you also get like, all these are like B stock, slash beat up ones that where they're like, okay, these are beat up, so you know what we're gonna do? Just beat them up more so you can't tell that they're beat up. And to be truthful, I showed in the video of this one, I have both the bolt and then the ink we have. And my ink, I love my ink actually. Like it's to be truthful, that one probably because it's so beat up is actually smoother to uncap and cap than some of my newer ones. Like it just like smooth on, smooth off. Like it's.
Mine looks like a Christmas pen.
Yeah, I did mention that.
Yeah, it was nice though. I carried that for a while. I just not as convenient as just being like.
Yeah.
Boom. I need to jot some notes down. All right, back in the pocket.
Yeah, a little. I was mentioning that, especially for at the previous job with more of a customer service help desk / retail role. Definitely go with like a bolt action or a click. But once you get to like, hey, look, I have a desk now. The click and unclick and bolt action is a little less required.
Necessary. Yeah. You just got to worry about people walking off with it.
Yeah, then I stab them.
I suppose that's true, yeah. Although no one's walked off with stuff yet, so.
Yeah.
It's like we have good.
Small place, decent employees. No. Steal my shit, I steal you. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. You're like, what, you're going to kidnap them? Yep.
So get your stuff back.
Yep. Problem solved.
Desperate actions call for desperate things.
Oh, and if you use my scissors to open boxes, I tell you, there's literally a box cutter right there. But yeah, nice. Oh gosh, we're all sorts of blown out. But for those of you that are that have a pen or something else that isn't staying like shut, or maybe the O-ring isn't like O-ringing enough, or just add some of this wax into the threading. It really did help with that. The Smooth Operator Gen 2. Haven't had an issue since doing that with it. I did have to get quite a bit on there though. Like you kind of had to like.
You gotta kind of scrape it off.
Yeah. You guys saw the little piece in the corner there. I don't know if you saw that in there, but all the rest of that wax is in the Smooth Operator Gen 2. Like it's like half of one of those little nubs.
Sometimes you just gotta scrape it off, screw the pen together, take it back apart, scrape some more off.
So I highly recommend these basics. I don't know about you. Like for the money, $29.
I've been carrying this pen
$1 dues
like for the last month or so.
Yeah, I always see you with that damn thing.
And I was like, yeah, this is a damn nice pen for like $30. It feels nice. I like the grooving that they cut in there. So
Yeah, and because you're like a straight pen.
Start carrying. Yeah, I'm kind of just like an industrial guy, you know. I just like a straight. I can't help it. It was the jotter that got me.
Yeah.
The stainless steel jotter. And so I just utilitarian pen is what I carry.
That's why you like the original tactile turn. What was it, glider or slider?
I don't know. Which one did I have? I think I had a green. I think it was whichever bolt one it was.
Yeah, I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I think the first one I had actually. They anodized the cap too much, so it fell apart. I had to return it. But like, hey, the second one I have is good. I mean, I like the raw titanium that they have.
Yeah.
So I want to say I think the slim side click was probably one of my most used pens. Besides I got some Right Choice Painting Company pen that I had that was titanium as well. That was kind of weird. Although the bolt, the same thing happened there. We're just unscrew all the time, so it's like.
Getting annoying.
I can't carry this thing because I'm just going to lose the bolt.
This one's rock solid. Mine's rock solid.
Mine's been good.
So I think maybe it's just coming something with the anodized one. I'm going to try and get some more wax on there.
Yeah.
I think we'll be good. But yeah, you got to admit the feel of that that anodized finish is pretty nice on there.
Honestly.
Like it's...
The only thing that, like I said, that is a little off-putting about it is just it takes away like them beating the shit out of it. It's noticeable how much more like grip you have.
Oh yeah, because that's not anodized, that's not tumbled, it's
still there, but it just kind of feels like a textured grip versus this, where it actually seems like you got something that'll keep you in place basically for writing. So that's why I dug it. It was definitely a very pleasant surprise.
So let us know which one of these did you pick up or would you pick up? I mean, you can't pick up that one.
Yes.
Which one of those three?
I suppose like those two. Yeah.
Oh, and that one's out of stock now.
Yeah.
They also do set limits on this because they do want to iterate and make new versions. They only make so many. It's like a couple hundred.
I'll have to give this guy a run for a while and see.
I really like that thing shape. I seriously think of all of these.
Works really well though.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think that's the best shape. It also looks like the most complex shape they've had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not the grooving and whatnot. The grooves and cutaways aren't too aggressive. This isn't bad though. So I don't know if it's maybe the grooving plus the angling on the model that they kind of do. Like it's not bad.
The dragon skin.
Yeah.
The spacing on that though. Yeah. If you guys wanted to, like, if you're like, I might want a dragon skin, but I don't know, pick up that if you can find a basic one, because the spacing on it is exactly the same. I put them side by side, and I'm like, oh, I can see where they're inspired from this. They literally.
And they're not. It's not heavy. It's not like a light pen, but it's not heavy either. So if you're used to like.
So for those of you, if you are the people that like the thick, like the Ultim or the G10 or the Micarta, if you like those, you might want to check out a basic, because they are a bit thicker than their normal pens, because this is the width of the stock they normally get. Because to make these basics at $29, they have to basically shave off as a little of it. That's probably why that one is pretty good for them, because all they have to do is be like,
okay. Tumble it.
Yep.
Done. All right. Sounds good.
Oh, you probably got to drill a hole in the middle too.
Well, yeah.
And there is a little flat for the clip. I did notice that.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a couple more. Yeah. Apparently, the slider for the bolt is more complex than they would like at the moment, and Delrin is not the most optimal for it. So that is one thing that they're looking to improve on, is because they're like, for the price we pay for these, we're putting way too much effort into
the little black slider.
Yeah.
That's more effort than the rest of the pen?
No, I'm not saying it's more effort than the rest of the pen, but they think for the part itself, they're putting, like, if they could reduce... Like,
what they use instead, did they say?
They're working on figuring out they use that because currently that is the best option for them, but they're like, with how it is... Like, that is... I'm not going to say it's, like, the most complex part, but the part is more complex than they would like it to be. You know, like, they would like to... And also, Delrin...
it's okay.
It's okay. Like, it can strip out.
It's durable enough, but
easy to mill is a big benefit currently.
You still have to be careful.
Yeah. I like the little beep boop, beep beep boop, beep beep boop.
Yeah. You can.
Also, don't forget, if you ever take the bolt out, press your thumb down on this so it doesn't go patwang. Patwang.
Basically. Yeah.
So, questions, comments, throw them down below. Would you have the basic one? This is a very dragon skin-esque one. You got your basic 2, maybe inspirations from the tactile turn or the textured Ultim. Or remember how fine they had the textured one where they milled the whole thing? They obviously didn't do the whole thing here because they're saving money. You still get the grippiness, but you know, why do the whole jazz? This one reminds me of, like, what is it? The Big Idea Design. I think they have one that kind of looks like this a little bit. There's like if you look up a tactical pen, a lot of them look like this, where they have a piece here and then
Big Eye Design pen actually, and it does kind of look like that, except the top would have been smooth.
Yeah.
And then the reason it's like that is because
there's spacing, so you can make it longer and shorter.
That, and also because the whole grip section screws off the pen. And then it's just like a thing that compresses
but yeah,
down.
if you look at a lot of tactile pens, they sort of have this like designish. I'm not saying it's there. I actually, like I said, I quite like this. I got this in my hand and I'm like, oh, this is actually like really nice because it's got like EDK vibes too, you know, and I like the EDK, so
you should have claimed it.
I already got this guy, and I really wanted, and then I saw the blue of this, which is wrong because of the white balance right there, the brightness.
Yeah, it sold you.
Yeah, I saw it, and I'm like, ooh.
Plus it's the 2nd gen one where it's got.
Yeah, I did like that one, but I saw it, and I'm like, no, I know David wants that one.
Yeah.
I know he wants that one. That is like.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's not quite as bad as the tactile turns, you know, with the grooving on there.
Yeah, that's way smoother on this one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You hear that higher pitch? Like, and this is like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, dang. All right, I like this thing, and then like just been using it ever since.
So yeah, and then a tip: if you got your bolt loose, try some of the dental gum. You can get it super cheap off Amazon or
your dentist possibly.
Yeah, or Walmart maybe. Be aware they won't ship this separately. It's one of those like really items that's like too small to ship. Like if you have Amazon, you're probably ordering other shit. Just toss it on the order. Yeah. But it's one of those things where they're like, nah, you have to order other items in order to.
Surprised they don't just throw it into a bubble mailer or whatever.
Yeah, they do, but they toss it into your bubble mailer with other.
I'm just saying like a padded envelope type thing.
Oh yeah, they do with other stuff. Like there's like I think the bubble mailer weighs more than this.
Yeah, probably.
That's I think what they're getting at is like.
Yeah. Probably.
So, but yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let us know which of the basic pens you're interested in, or if any of these, like, we're not saying get these over Keras, but for those of you interested in getting into the sort of machined metal custom pen game.
Yeah, they're cheap enough. So if you don't want to plunk down
$100 on average.
$100, yeah, 60 to 100 for like something a little higher end.
Yeah, or like tactile turns average is probably like 150.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you get a heck of a good pen.
Yeah.
Or $30.
And these are also just readily available, unlike because you could get a pen from Keras for $30.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta wait till there's either very, very heavy discounts, or you can get a battle-worn grab bag.
I still like the TI2 bolt liners as well, but yeah.
You saw some of the pricing on some of those.
Expensive now.
Well, I think he found that quality over quantity was his way to.
It's still like one of my favorite bolt pens, but that's why I don't even carry it because I can't get a replacement. So...
it's not gonna break though.
No,
also, it's got a warranty.
Like, in case somebody steals it or I lose it because I'm
just stab them.
Dumb. I was like, nah, this is just gonna.
Let's see if Shane over here has. Did he take it with him?
He might have. Yeah, he's been using it a lot. No, it's right there under his headset.
Oh, here.
Watch out for the notes.
Here. So here's what you guys can. Oh, look, that's a very similar blue, but if you notice, it's not as dark.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one. That's one we got for a coworker here. You might have seen his build on the channel actually. This is a much lighter blue, and that's why they went this dark blues. Apparently, they've tried doing like. Say that with it, and their anodizer is messed up before. So their thought was, if we're going to make him battle-worn anyway, we can risk him screwing him up. Yeah. But yeah, normally you'd have to wait for one like this, which is a pretty I don't want to say bland, but like a like a pretty standard colorway, of That's just the aluminum with only even half of it anodized.
Yeah.
And that still wasn't as cheap as these. I think it was 40. And that was like once it was like on sale and they were trying to get rid of them.
It's got that nice little grooving on the end.
Yeah, so this is a very nice pen. This is a retract. But normally, to get anywhere near the pricing of the basic pens, you have to, either wait for like you get yourself a really good coupon, or you gotta wait for them to get the beat up, which is not bad. Like we've bought those before. It's just that you'd have to like, say if you're like, I want a pen, no guarantee Keras has got a grab bag going. Or that like a discount like that one. Like you gotta remember, I watched for like 2 months to find one because we wanted one that took the G2 ink, and not all Keras's like EDKs take a Parker or Schmidt. Because they only do like one grab bag at a time, and sometimes only once a month, not even once a week. So like you gotta kind of. Whereas their whole thing with this is like you want a nice-ish pen. Like, not even nice-ish, like a machined replaceable ink pen. Yeah. We got it. Go to Everyday Keras, you just buy one. Yeah. So, or you can give them as gifts too. This is gonna hurt a lot less than some of the stuff that's normally in my pocket.
Yes. Yes. I don't carry those fancy ones anymore. They live at home.
So, hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the series. Should we pick up the series 2 if they do a subscription? We'll have to see. If they have an exclusive one, I might be tempted. Don't pick Battle War again, though.